Josh Green here for Tungsten Tales. Delighted to be joined by Gian Van Veen, one of the most bright Dutch stars in the world. How are you doing, Jan?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Very, very well. It's been a little while since we spoke, and quite a lot has happened in that time. You've reached the TV semi-final, you've reached a couple of quarterfinals on the European Tour, World Championship debut. It's all going pretty well for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, except for the World Championship debut. But no, it's going well. I really enjoy my time as a professional dart player, and as you said, the results are going good, and yeah, just enjoying the ride.
You say professional darts player there. I think last time we spoke, you were just finishing off your university degree and making sure you sort of had a bit of a backup plan, which is not something that all darts players do. Just talk to me about if that's finished now and what you're looking to do.
Yeah, I got my bachelor degree of science in aviation studies at the end of August last year. So the college is everything's finished now, so that's good. And then I took a part-time job at in the aviation branch, and which I quit at the end of 2023, and now it's a full-time dart player for me.
Was that easy to make just because the position you were in with the darts and the fact that you were attending lots of tournaments?
Yes, yes, yeah. As you said, I was attending lots of tournaments, especially in the back end of last year. And then, when I wasn't in the UK or somewhere else playing darts, I was at the office, and I didn't have any free time. So that's why I made the decision to quit my job while I still live at home. And, I don't have any, or I don't have too much expenses. So it was easy, it was an easy decision for me to make. And yeah, not a decision I regret so far.
How much difference has that made in terms of the practice you're able to put in on the board? I'm sure you get an extra few hours.
Yeah, back then I was only practicing like 45 minutes, maybe an hour a day. And now it's gone up to 2.5 hours a day, which is good, which I'm enjoying as well. I really take it seriously. I did already take it seriously last year, but even more now with more practice. So I'm feeling well, and yeah, happy with the decision.
Let's talk about the negatives before we get to the positives with that World Championship debut. I'm sure not how you would have wanted it to go, but you draw someone who maybe we don't know a huge amount about and produces a pretty unbelievable display against you. What was it like to be a part of?
Yeah, as you said, I wasn't really expecting him to play that well, but all credits to him for playing that well. And I was 2-0 up, but I think I should have lost the second set. Well, I don't think I should have lost the second set. He missed like 6 or 7 set darts. And I think that got into my head a little. I didn't play particularly well, and he was playing better than me. That's what I felt during the match. And but I felt lucky that I was 2-0 up. But instead of taking it as a gift, as a present. I took it like, oh, I'm shouldn't be 2-0 up. And I think in my mind it was like, yeah, you shouldn't be 2-0 up, so you're gonna lose eventually. He'll hit the double, and then he started even to play better, more 180s, some good checkouts as well. So yeah, it was a disappointing World Championship for me, but it was really good for me to make my debut there, and I can't wait to be back at the end of this year.
How does the pressure sort of differ at the World Championship from the other big matches you've been in, whether that's been on TV or the back end of Pro Tours?
Um, Yeah, I think of course it's bigger because it's the biggest tournament in the world, and I got a load of attention from the media as well leading up to the World Championship. Um, but I think it's not really the pressure that got to me. I don't know what happened, to be honest. But yeah, of course there's some more pressure, but I think it's doable. But yeah, it was one of the biggest games I played, and unfortunately I lost it.
One of the other biggest games and the biggest tournaments you played was the European Championship at the back end of the year, and the win over Michael Van Gogh. And I think was when people started to look at you, they probably looked at you before and saw you were playing some excellent darts, but beating Michael Van Gogh in a TV event is going to be huge for anybody. What was that like for you, and what was the reaction like in the Netherlands?
Yeah, the European Championship is a tournament that I've way better memories of than the World Championship. But yeah, as you said, beating Michael Van Gogh, and of course, it was a dream coming true. Making the semis of a major was phenomenal, and even the support I got everywhere. Of course, people knew who I was and what I was doing, but especially here in Holland, they think like, okay, yeah, you play Dutch, we think you're doing well, but when they see on the news that I beat Michael Van Gerwen, and then it's like, wow, he's really doing well. He's a big name, especially here, and so it was a real good weekend and a really breakthrough weekend for myself.
Do the people, especially in your home in the Netherlands, do they take you a little bit more seriously as a top competitor when you've got that win over someone like Michael?
Yeah, for sure. As I said, everyone's like, yeah, we know he's playing darts and I think it's going well. But when you beat someone like Michael, everyone knows, when people think about darts, they think about Michael. And when you beat him, then they know, oh, he's really making progress in this game. And he's a really big name now. So, yeah, it was really good.
Good start to the year for yourself as well. Got on the board with the development tour title, and of course the UK Open at the weekend. You made it through a fair few rounds there. Are you happy with the way you started 2024?
Yeah, I think so. I think I got some good couple of results. I think my performances could have been better here and there. Maybe average wise, I was performing better last year, but I think the wins are more important. And I think I started quite well with a semi final already on the Pro Tour, a couple of wins at the UK Open, and as you said, a win already on the Development Tour. So I think I can be pretty happy with my start of 2024.
How much is the development tour still a part of your progression? You're obviously not a million miles away from top 32, where you wouldn't be able to compete in those sort of tournaments. It's still something that's pretty important to you.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, I'm winning a couple of games here and there on the Pro Tour each time, but especially walking into the room as one of the favorites, everyone looking up to you is a way different feeling than walking into a Pro Tour room and just everyone expecting you to win or to even make in the final. It's a really good feeling, especially when you win it eventually as well. So I think it's really good for my progress as well to keep winning, to keep boosting my own confidence. And yeah, as you said, of course, when I'm in the top 32, or if I'll get to the top 32, I won't be playing in a development tour, which is a shame. But it's when you get the top 32 for it in return, then it's all good.
Aside from those tournaments I mentioned, you're well placed for some of the big tournaments coming up a little bit later in the year, the World Matchplay, the World Grand Prix. You'll sort of look around fifth, sixth, seventh on those order of merits. And if everything goes to plan, you will be making your debut in those tournaments. Very impressive for the short amount of time you've been on tour to be in that position.
Yeah, I think I'm looking good indeed for the match play and the Grand Prix, especially with the new Euro Tour rules. Where everyone is not really happy with the rules, and I get them. But for me, it's a good rule because now I'll play at least the next couple of Euro Tours for sure, and I'm looking good to play all of them this year. So win a couple of games here and there, pick up some more prize money, and then I think I should be good for the World Match Play and the Grand Prix tournaments that I've been watching at home on the telly as a kid, and it's really a dream coming true to play there. Hopefully this year, so that's the main goal.
Have you been to Blackpool before? Have you sampled
No,
all that
no,
arena is?
no, never been to to Blackpool before, so it would be amazing walking into the Winter Gardens for the first time.
For yourself, these are big aspirations that I'm sure since you started your darts journey, you'll have wanted to tick off. Did you expect it all to come this soon? You say 21 years of age?
No, no, never. Um, when I started playing darts, as I said, I was watching all these tournaments, and of course, it would be a dream to eventually be there. But I wasn't expecting to be there already at 21 or 22 years of age, as well with the World Championship. And it's really coming at me fast now, but I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully, there's a lot more to come.
Are you still enjoying it as much as you did when you were a lower ranked player and there wasn't quite the media attention and the pressure on you that there is now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, there's some more pressure, but I know what I can do, and I think I'm quite dealing quite well with the pressure at the moment, and I think I'm even enjoying it more because especially with my confidence is sky high, and know I can win more games and even hopefully pick up a pro tour this year, and I'm really looking forward to all that, and I think I'm even enjoying it more than I was.
Something I didn't mention towards the end of last year was that World Youth Championship against a man that we now know the name of as Mr. Luke Littler.
Who? Oh yeah.
I mean, I think at that point we knew he was a very good player. but we didn't know what was going to come. Have you sort of got any idea of what he was going to produce?
No, I think no one could have seen it coming this fast. Of course, everyone knew what he was capable of, and even I knew that as well, because he was already doing very good average at 11, 12, 13 years of age. But I think no one could have expected him to make the World Championship final at 16 years of age. And it's quite phenomenal what he's doing. And I think it's really good for the sport as well. All the publicity it gets, it's amazing. And yeah, fair play to him for doing this well.
Obviously, he's got incredible talent, but for the guys on the development tour that are just starting out, maybe 16, 17 years of age, it's proof that, I guess, if you put the work in, the rewards are there, like he's doing and like you're doing as well.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, it's not usual if you're 16 or 17 years of age to do what he's been doing. I think he's a one in a decade maybe player. And but yeah, as I said, as you said, if you're 16, 17 years of age and you want to play darts and you want to compete, go to the development tour, because it's a really good weekend with a lot of good players to test yourself, and then hopefully you'll be soon where I am, or maybe even where he is.
Oh, amazing. Thank you very much for the chat, Gian. Really appreciate it. And best of luck for everything you've got coming up.
No problem. Thank you very much.